Hey everybody, it's Ben, and this is my review of Uncanny Avengers issue 15. Just a quick announcement before this video begins. I've recently made the switch to single issues on some of my various different series that I'm reading as of right now. Partially from a financial perspective, in that it actually works out cheaper to buy the single issues as opposed to buying the trades. But also, I want to be able to keep up to date with some of the various books that I'm reading at the moment. And so I can have, I can be able to talk about various different series along with other members of the YouTube comic book community as a whole who are also reading the book, so I can actually talk about the events of the storylines and what goes on, and give my thoughts on everything that's led up to this point, up to the most current issue. So in future videos you'll probably see an even split between my regular trade reviews, my vlogs, or my Watchman's vlogs. You'll also see possibly some story arc reviews in single issue format, as well as one-off single issue reviews for various series. For example, next January, when issue 16 of Uncanny Avengers comes out, I'll do a video exclusively focused on that particular issue. Anyway, so issue 15 of Uncanny Avengers is, once again, the series is written by Rick Remender, and we have Steve McNiven once again on the artwork, who was introduced in last issue. Once again, we have John Dell on the inking, with assistance this issue from Dexter Vines and Jay Leaston, and Laura Martin is still on the colouring duties. And this cover, once again, is also done by Steve McNiven and Justin Bonsoir, which was the same team which brought us the really fantastic cover once again of issue 14. And this is a really great Captain America cover. As you can see, Steve Rogers there looking a bit beat up, holding his shield with Uriel and Emim, or the Apocalypse twins, reflected in his shield there. And the issue picks up right after the events of issue 14, and we have Wanda Maximoff, or the Scarlet Witch's hex, or the spell that she cast last issue, basically coming into full effect. And you can see all of mutant kind being jetted away to the Ark, which is being run by the Apocalypse twins, and their plan is to rapture all of mutant kind to a planet somewhere in the cosmos, where they plan to build a all mutant, or an exclusive mutant homeworld, and therefore will end the conflict between humanity and mutants, and therefore there will be peaceful there will be peace between the two races, but there won't be peaceful cohabitation, which means obviously mutants and humans living together as one on the planet Earth. They'll both be living on respectively different planets. But as you know, this is a plan basically born of evil intentions, and so we have our Uncanny Avengers team basically doing all they can to stop this plan from coming to fruition. There's some great scenes and some great action of the Wasp going up against the Sentry, who was one of the recently reincarnated Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And there's a really awesome and a really gruesome scene of the Wasp has actually managed to basically blast off the Sentry's face. And as you can see from these panels done by McNiven, as well as the inkers and Laura Martin's colouring, the Sentry literally pulls apart his face, and you can see his brain and his eyes, and just and he's giving this this monologue to Wasp about what his intentions are, along with the Apocalypse twins, as well as the other Horsemen, but also what the Sentry's goals are as an individual, in terms of what happens if the plans set by his masters do come to fruition. But then into the fray we have Thor, God of Thunder, basically smiting the Sentry with Mjolnir, as well as managing to basically hit the Sentry with a bolt of lightning, which is a really awesome scene. And there's some great individual panels of a fight between the Thor and Sentry, and you really see that the two are really evenly matched, and the Sentry's even managed to best Thor on a couple of occasions throughout this storyline. But then you have Wasp coming to the rescue, basically summoning a giant sandworm who basically proceeds to swallow the sentry and dive back into the sand. And there's some great banter which takes place between the Wasp and Thor. While this is going on, you have Cap, or Steve Rogers, entering the command center, then, if you will, of the Ark, and you have Cap basically going up against the Apocalypse Twins, one-on-one, in order to avenge his recently fallen friends or comrades. And there's some really great fight scenes which take place between the three of them. At the same time, you have Emim giving this speech to Cap, which is very similar to the Bible teachings of the Christianity religion about Noah's Ark, and about how Noah was instructed by God to build this great ark and save a male and female of each animal species on the planet. And she's basically likening their plan for mutant kind to the teaching of Noah's Ark. At the same time, you have Watu, or the Watcher, making a cool guest appearance in the last few pages, as well as another cosmic being also making an appearance within the last few pages. And there's a great ending and a great cliffhanger on the final page, which leaves off really nicely for the next issue, which is issue 16, which will be out in January of next year. Rick Remender's writing is still absolutely fantastic, along with the storytelling. The artwork by Steve McNiven continues to be absolutely fantastic, along with the equally on-par inking of John Dell, Dexter Vines, and Jay Leaston, as well as Laura Martin's colouring as well, also being fantastic. This issue is a double-edged sword, because this is another great issue of Uncanny Avengers from the creative team, but at the same time, I want issue 16 in my hands right now, as opposed to waiting a full month for issue 16 to come out. But this, in many ways, this is obviously a good thing, because this keeps me coming back for the next issue, which I will most definitely be picking up issue 16. If I had to give issue 15 of Uncanny Avengers a rating, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. I really, really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, thumbs it down. But as I always say, if a thumbs down the video, by all means, please feel free to tell me why in the comments below, or send me a private message. If it's your first time here, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Gambit896 signing off, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.